My Amazon kitchen essentials after 144 weeks, or a little give or take, on GLP-1, losing 112 pounds, weight loss, and keeping it off. Okay, we're gonna go through all my kitchen essentials of things that the whole premise and the whole focus for me on my weight loss is high protein diet, high fiber, eating a lot of fresh fruits, fresh vegetables, but high protein with that. So one of the first things is protein shakes for me, are right behind me. And by the way, our stuff, we live royal living medium real life. We have a 10-year-old, it's a little chaotic. And I'm okay with that. To lose 112 pounds, there's gotta be some give and take in there. You'll see that there's protein powders throughout our kitchen counter on here. I will link all of the stuff I'm gonna be talking about down in the description link below. And if I have any discount codes, I'll link those too. But there is our protein shake. The count is very nice to make my protein shake per day for me. When he makes his, he usually makes mine. We have a ton of different flavors. I'm gonna show you my protein shake storage, because how do you store all this stuff is, I think, part of the kitchen essential organization of like, there's stuff, what do you do with it? We have a whole spread down there that has for all of our protein shake lids, the clean containers, and then we have one. We ended up buying two of the same one, just so we had extra containers, because these would go in the dishwasher, and then that way I didn't miss my protein shake. I found that I was missing my protein shake frequently because the things weren't clean with it, so if you're having any of these friction type situations, figure out how to break the friction on it to make the system more streamlined for you. Next, we have over in here is one of my favorite items that I use often, which is why it's right literally next to my dishwasher, is this chopper. I bought it like 3 times. One, because one's up in my studio currently, but the other one is because I chop the heck out of it. And so just be mindful when you're chopping with the carrots. This is actually really, really the sharp piece of it. So I'm gonna move that so it doesn't slam my fingers. But you can use so much to chop eggs for your high protein component, but also vegetables. And getting that high fiber in, I would encourage you, these are on sale so much. They're on sale right now for like 50% off. Again, it'll be linked on my Amazon shopping list down below. I like these because you can put them in the dishwasher easily. Just be mindful with carrots, slamming them down. That's how I broke my first one. It was very much user error. It is really, really awesome to be able to have in terms of getting good pieces of for your fiber with your vegetables to make them taste good. Okay, next item we have right here. I just wanted you guys to come. We're literally touring my kitchen. You can see my messy kitchen here. But the next big thing is we have a bunch of different measuring tools. There's a bunch in here. There's another set of these because I use them often, and when they're in the dishwasher, I want to still be able to not have that as my excuse of like, okay, as I'm learning portion sizes with my GLP-1 weight loss, is it a cup? Is it a third of cup? My eyeballs are bigger than like what I think it's going to be. So if I think it's only a third of cup, frequently it ends up being a full cup. And that can lead to weight gain. Like this is just a little bit versus the other. That can lead to weight gain for me or weight stalls. And I'm like, why am I weight stalling? It's because I'm not measuring. And so that's one of my absolute staples in my kitchen. I do have these two, by the way, for kids to make vegetables fun if you need them for you as an adult. I've used them occasionally on myself. Little star apples. And like, they're fun. Don't judge, don't judge. They're a lot of fun. We have a large cast iron skillet. Any good Southern woman would have one. My grandmother would roll over in her grave if mine wasn't seasoned. It is seasoned. Don't put these in the dishwasher. Cast iron skillets are awesome, but we do have a bunch of pots and pans down here that are the non-stick ones. I know that will make some of you mental that I use non-stick, but we do use non-stick pans. Up in this pantry, we have, not pantry, but holder, my scale. I use this often, which is why it's right here, to be able to put back in to weigh and measure things. I need to be able to easily weigh and measure things. We ended up getting a ton more strainers because we eat a lot of fruit in our household. Do you guys eat a lot of fruits and vegetables? And so I found that, again, the strainers, my bottleneck and my constraint with the system was not having enough strainers to keep it fresh. So we ended up buying a whole refrigerator that is for fruits and vegetables. So we can literally visually see what we have. Now, I know that's not realistic for a lot of people. And so push your fruits and vegetables to the front of your refrigerator if you're not eating enough of them. That's probably part of the problem. This is the most awkward shot, but it's my best for my Amazon kitchen essentials is having a separate, we're renovating our whole house over the next 2 months. Well, upcoming in the new year, we'll start renovations. So this will be going away, but for interim, it worked really well. So if you just need something to hold your protein, to visually see it, part of the problem for eating enough protein on my GLP-1 weight loss journey was not seeing stuff. Like, what do I have? I kept buying the same stuff over and over and over again. I wanted to have all of my elements here. I have them also down here too. There's a bunch. And so I have a ton to pick from. We have up here a ton of proteins in here as well. I put, that's not even part of it. We have a whole separate room that has all of my other proteins on it as well. But those are the ones that we're currently eating. All of my tumblers. You guys know I am obsessed with, I really like Sip Hooray. I love their mugs, or their 40-ounce tumblers. I also have Stanley's. I also have the Brewmates. Who else have I bought? The coldest ones are good. There's a ton. And so I frequently like rotate every day. I have, what tumbler will I pick today for my water tumbler? So currently it's Christmas time. So I have a ton of Christmas ones here. I have Valentine's Day ones. I gotta take some of these out and rotate them in. We had all fall ones, but they're there. And then the lids and the straws are down there. So have a system for yourself. One down at the very bottom is some more like a salad spinner and stuff like that. So we have another part upstairs. And then I do have some water fillers. I was testing these out to see if I like them. They're pretty good. I do like them. I know that's not some people's bag of having those like water sticks, but I found for 5 calories and no sugar added, those are nice to occasionally have. I don't have them every day. It's really nice. I do have my elements every day, basically. But having our proteins here has made it really, really easy for the Count and I to get a protein shaken every single day. We have in the back part, let me tilt that up. Not all, but a lot of our Built bars as well. Our protein bars, there's some barbell bars also there. So my encouragement would be have your protein so you can see them. You're not eating them because you're not seeing them. If you put them out right in front of you, so you have to hit yourself in the face, you will eat more of them. We very much do, versus having it in like a closed pantry. When we get our house renovations done, these will be behind a closed pantry, but it'll be right next to where we do a lot of the stuff in the kitchen to make it in bold sight. Next is my Nugget ice maker down here. Obsessed with it, absolutely love it. But we have up here to hold our food. With GLP-1 weight loss, I just don't eat as much as I used to. And so buying these glass containers, some of them I've had for years, some of them I've had to buy some new ones, has been so helpful. It takes the guilt away of like, I need to clean my plate, clean plate club. Like, no, I can just use one of these glass containers and have half now, half for lunch the next day. It absolves my guilt. 100%, it absolves my guilt big time. By having these different sizes in there too, it's made just a big difference to be able to make my son's lunch the next day. I can easily put those in his bag. I thought I had it over here, got him a bigger lunch bag because I realized he was eating more protein in his lunches also, and we just needed a bigger lunch bag. So if you need a bigger lunch bag to support these, they're like 12 bucks. Or you can use like a big sack to have in there and not pay any money with them. But having a ton of these different sized ones, I have found these have worked really, really well. And these I bought when my son was a baby to make homemade baby food for him, which I ended up throwing out because they ended up having a recall on the frozen vegetables that I made for his baby food. So anyways, I digress. But these we've had now, the mason jars with the screw-on lids, for over a decade, basically. Those have been awesome for like dips, sauces, things like that. And then same thing for these. If it's just like a little bit that I don't want to throw out, but I still want, I really, really like that I have all of these different sizes. Now, one of my other essentials, this one is typically where I keep my protein ice cream containers goes in there. A bunch of them are being used, which is why that spot's open. And then up here is my candy drawer of where I have like, there's Sport Pop popcorn and sometimes there's chips up there and there's a candy for my kid. But that for me is where I have my own, like if I want to have a sweet, I don't typically have a lot of sweets and we usually don't keep them in the house. But if I do, they're up there. They're not in our main pantry to be able to eat off of. Another essential is having these organizers. This is actually for drinks, but I found that I didn't put my cans on them. But we use them for our protein bars in the pantry. I just pulled out of the pantry. For our protein bars, we've got barbell in there, and that way we can all visually see what we have for our protein bars to easily grab something at eye level. Again, things being at eye level, think of the marketing behind what you're gonna be impulsing grab for, things at eye level, so we keep those there for high protein. These glass jars are also a ton of fun. I highly recommend them. We use these a ton. For the oatmeal, you just put them in the dishwasher after you're done using them. Highly recommend. They're really nice and like they're pretty on the counter. So get those for your oatmeal or other big bulk purchases from like Costco. This is a nice one to be able to have in your on your counter or in your pantry. Next is a count recommendation is our favorite bowls. We fight over these in our household because there's only 2. I need to buy more. They're big bowls, and we use these for our big salad bowls. They're supposed to be pasta bowls. We use them for vegetables. So if we have a big salad, which is frequent, or a big, like, if you want to put in there like some broccoli or things like that, in addition to other things, like it's just a nice big bowl to have vegetables in. We fight over these. Or oatmeal bowls in the morning. The count usually uses these for his oatmeal bowls. I try to, but he steals them because he uses them every day. But you can put oatmeal, a ton of fruit in here. So it's a way to really get in if you're having volume and volume-based eating. These big bowls, well worth it. I need to buy 2 more. Maybe Santa Claus will bring me 2 more. Maybe Santa Claus will bring me 2 more of those. And then I just bought this from the Amazon Prime Day sale that we had. It's a Belgian waffle maker. It's probably a superfluous purchase, but here's what. We make protein waffles, and then you can freeze them, but it's a stand-up one. You pour the thing in so it's not messy. The Count doesn't know I bought this for him, so he can make me protein waffles. Anyways, this is another one. I'm excited. And the main idea, again, all of the things go back to, will it help me eat more fruits and vegetables in a high fiber diet, or will it help me eat more protein? What road does it lead to? It's one of those 2 roads. And so I'm still figuring it out. When we do our house renovation, if you guys want to see the preliminary of what we're picking for it, let me know. I can do a whole episode on that. But as we're like in this, like getting rid of stuff and like just massively decluttering, reorganizing, taking stock. We've lived in this house for a decade, and now knowing all these health habits I know from losing 112 pounds. What do I need to get rid of? What do I not need? We had, for example, a rice cooker, which I love, but it just has not been used in the last year. And then I was like, oh, I'll use it for a crock pot. I messed up. It was just a little area. It wasn't a crock pot actually at all. It was just this little area. And so I'm donating that. Like things like that of like, is it cluttering up my kitchen or is it adding to? And are we using it often? We have a lot of things like an air pop popcorn maker. It is an Amazon essential for us. And we use that probably once a month for like family, and it's a nice way to get popcorn in without having like bags of popcorn that have a ton of chemicals on them. The air pop popcorn, it's inexpensive, it's easy, it's a low calorie snack I can have. That is also in our kitchen too. So things like that of, does it make sense to keep it long term or should we get rid of it? Those are what's worked really, really well for me with my Amazon Kitchen Essentials. And cutting boards. We have a ton of cutting boards in there too. Let me go show you those. Oh yeah, this is our big cutting board section, and also for our baked items. We actually have plastic ones down here and then wood block ones too. We have several. There actually a bunch of them are getting cleaned right now because we have been using them. But that's where all of our cutting boards are in there too. Baking sheets as well. Not 1, but 2, but 3 wood knife blocks because we use the knives a lot. So if you find you're using knives a lot and they're continuously dirty, get a second knife block set. Of course, these whiskers, they're the best. This one's from Bioptimizers. Highly, highly recommend to do your proffies with, or if you're doing flavored waters or adding them to other things. They're awesome. I highly recommend. And it makes me want to cook. It makes me want to cook. It makes me want to eat healthier things when I have a healthier space. So I'm gonna go clean up that kitchen now, get some of those dishes loaded in the dishwasher and unload the dishwasher. But my sweet friends, your emoji of the day today is going to be a pot or a pan. And I do emojis of the day because I care and to get to know you better. By seeing the pattern repetition of your name over and over and over again, it helps me to get to know you better. So our emoji of the day is a pot or a pan down in the comment section. And my question of the day is, what are you doing today to move you closer to your goals? Tell me down below. I'm always curious of like, what are people doing? What are we doing to move more, be better, faster, stronger? For me, I'm focusing on those exercise snacks. And if you're like, what's an exercise snack? go watch my video talking all about exercise a few videos back. It's all on exercise snacks and what great health benefits they have. I'm very excited about it. So my sweet friends, be kind to yourself, be kind to others. I'm Countess of Shopping, count my blessings because life is delicious. I'm gonna go check into our free encouragement group. I will link that in the description link below, as is everything I'm talking about on today's video. I'm really, really pumped to check in with the group as well, and people who are losing weight and working on changing their lives. Have a great day, friends. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.